Student has to trust you, and then it becomes a 50-50 affair.
Do you ever feel that you have to be careful not to interfere with the way that student has been taught by somebody else?
Always. I had some very strange experiences there. I remember one day a girl from France, Dominique, and suddenly she burst out in tears in the lesson. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know what to do. So I thought, what have I done? I got such a shock. So she turns around to me and she says, I don't understand this. I've been playing the guitar for 15 years now. And here you come from the end of the world and you're showing me things that I've never seen before. This has to do with having learned with Yepes that moved technically in particular in such a way, away from the general guitar thoughts at that time, that I came up with hand position stuff like that, which he hadn't seen. Because in that situation it was, you must always have your hand like that. You must always do this. This is nonsense. I had things where students told me, I better not show this to my teacher because
he might not like it.
He might reject it and then I don't get my paper. It's quite a difficult sort of situation sometimes.
But obviously your life is balanced between the performance and the teaching. The two are both valuable to you.
Very, very valuable. But although the teaching has become more, the teaching has taken over. This was actually a conscious decision in the early 70s.
That you would actually like to be remembered as a teacher rather than
because,
a player?
I realized in 1970, I just had me playing a lot in Natal. And suddenly I stopped and I thought, now, what am I actually doing? I'm playing and it's like a drop onto a hot plate and it's gone. And I thought, no, I have to create soldiers for the instrument. That is to say, I must create people other than myself that can play. So it begins to spread. And that's where this came from. And also I find it a natural tendency. To me, to play a concert doesn't mean that much. The working at the concert, the working of the pieces, and then the discoveries that you make to pass this on to the advanced student, for instance, to me is the most important. Although I must say this to you, I love beginners. Total beginners. Because it's the total beginner that keeps you in contact with how difficult it actually is. And it's the total beginner that makes you look again and again at your method. You see, once you're teaching an advanced person, he's got already his method, which either comes from you or from himself. So it's another way of teaching. It's the beginner, where your method and your teaching, what you bring back in or what you cut out and so on, it's in the beginner as well. So
that's
people
the true challenge.
That's right. It's the true, and we know the true challenge is when a 70 or 65-year-old person comes to you, can believe it and say, look, Mr. Buss, or whoever the teacher is, I want this. Can you help me? Now that's incredible.